Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 here, back with another drawing video. Today's video is going to be on Delta Sands from some Undertale spin-off. I don't know. But it's Delta Sands. Can't take full credit for this pose. I kind of found like a picture on Google Images and just kind of redrew it. So, yeah, so it's basically Sans from Undertale, but he has like these lines under his eyes. He's wearing like different clothes, and he has like Thanos gauntlets and like boots. I don't know. And he has a nice scarf. But anyway, this video was requested by Aaron Tandio? Tandio? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But thank you so much, Aaron, for the request. And I hope you enjoy. So without further ado, guys, get your pencils ready and let's jump in. Alright guys, get your pencils ready and let's jump in. So, anyway, to start off drawing Delta Sands, let's draw a nice, decent-sized circle right here. That'd be pretty good for his head. Then we could draw a nice kind of decent-sized kind of circle, kind of make it a square. It'd have a little bit of depth to it, something like that. And then he'd have like his little stomach area. And then he's going to have an oval going out here and here for his feet. Another one going straight down here. Then he's going to have another kind of ovals for his arms. And then one about here. And then another about there, like that. That's pretty much good for the gesture that we need. Very simple, very basic. So now we could jump into where his head is. And if you want to, you can draw on the crosshairs like this. But to start off drawing Sans, what I like to do is I like to draw like a little curve right here like that. And then it's going to bump out. And then just kind of follow this kind of guideline that we have a little bit. Kind of go up. And then it's going to curve in slightly here and then go out. And then for here, it's going to bump out. Have a nice round kind of dome shape. And it's going to go straight into that line right there. So that's pretty much Sans' head shape. And now if you want to, you can kind of gesture in the eyes. They're about that big. But he's kind of has like an angry, like ready to go expression. So to draw that in, we're going to draw a little curve line here. Then it's going to go down and then curve up and over like that. And then this line's going to curve down following this curve, so it's going to be kind of parallel to it. Then it's going to curve up and then in. And now this line, very similar to this one where you get the curve line and it goes down. Then it's going to go over but straight like that. And then you're just going to get a curve line here, kind of wrap around and go up, like that. And then for his nose, it's basically like this upside down U, with like a little bump right there, like that. And then for his eyes, you get a nice big oval, right here, with another little oval inside of it, and a little circle at the end there, like that. Same thing on this side. Nice big oval. One more. A nice little circle. And now we can draw on his smile. Which smile is pretty easy. It's basically starting about this side of the nose, there's going to be a line that goes down here like that. And then starting about right here, we're going to just draw a straight line going up and across. Curve it down. And then this line is just going to go across and connect like that. And then if you want, you can draw in a little bit of teeth, which is just a curved line like that, following the mouth. And then a little bump here, and another one, and then two more. And it kind of suggests that he has teeth. So super simple, nothing too bad. And just the last thing for his face, his eye details. He basically has these black streaks going down. So to draw that in, you just draw two parallel lines like that. And if you wanted to, you can kind of shade that in here. I actually did that on the ink drawing that we had. Normally don't, but it looks good, so I decided to do it in ink, make it look a little bit better, and you can shade in that pupil as well. Along with his nose, which I actually forgot to do his nose in the original ink drawing. But you could shade all this in. Nice and easy. Like that. Perfect, got a nice fierce looking Sans head. That's exactly what we needed. So now that we got that down, we can kind of jump into his scarf here. So his scarf isn't too complicated. If you want to gesture it in, it'd be something like this, kind of get like a V right down there and go up. Something like that. But to give it a little bit more detail, we're going to start about here and just draw a line going down, kind of curve it in, and then have a line going in like that. And then you can kind of curve out a little bit. Go down, you get kind of the V, kind of curve up about here, put like a little bump to it, like that. And now we're going to draw another line starting about here, kind of flop that in and over, just kind of connect that into the head there. You can draw 2 lines if you want, and extend this one out a little bit longer, like that. Again, there's no rhyme or reason when you're drawing like folds in close, so as long as you have it kind of like going in, pull a couple folds, it'll make it look nice. But there's only one last thing, is we're going to draw a little line going out here. It's going to kind of wrap around and go up. Kind of overlap his head a little bit before going back in. Just to show it's kind of like over his face and in front of him. Whoop. And if you want to, you can kind of erase some of the overlap here. Like that. Alright. And now that we got that down, we can draw in kind of his shirt. Basically, his shirt is just kind of like this curved line like this. You want to gesture that in here, and kind of curves up like that. But to give it a little bit more detail, we're going to draw kind of like a wavy line like this. Above it, just to show there's like his shirt's kind of like floating in the air a little bit. And then we're going to draw a nice little curve line here, not touching this line, just kind of draw it around it, and then just curve it up like that. Kind of the same thing on this side too. Curve it up. And then he has like a black cross going down his shirt, so to draw that in, it's just 2 parallel lines going down like that. And then 2 parallel lines going across. And it's okay to have it covered up by the scarf a little bit. That's fine, and if you want to, again, you can shade this in as well. But I'm going to shade in the middle part, because that's not getting covered up. There is one more part to his jacket that will, and we kind of gesture that in too. Basically, you're going to start about here, and just draw a curve line going out, and then over like that. So you get kind of like a bell shape almost, and then kind of the same thing over here. Like that. And again, you can erase any overlap you have here. Like that. And now we could finish shading this kind of cross in right here. Like that. So that's perfect. And now before we start, like finish off the jacket part that we have here, we're going to draw on his arms, because they're kind of covering up everything else. So basically for his arm, I actually like starting out with like his gauntlet thing that's right here. So basically to draw that, about here, we're going to draw a nice big oval. Like that. And then we're going to draw a little curve line on this side, just to give it a little bit of depth. And then for the gauntlet thing, above here, you're basically going to make a V. Like this. And then it's going to go down and then over. And then down and then over and in like that. And then for the hand, basically it's a curved line, and it's going to kind of go out into like this boxy type shape like this. Just a curve, you kind of get like a little boxy type shape, something like that. And just to give it a little bit more detail, we're going to draw a curve line in here for the thumb and kind of make it pointed out a little bit like that. And then we're going to draw a line starting about right here and go up, over, and then in, like that. And now basically for here, we're going to have 3 other circles going here. So we're going to get like 1, 2, and 3. And they basically just curve in like that. And then another one. And then that's all good for that arm. But if you want to, you can kind of draw in his little sleeve here. It gets kind of covered up from with the gauntlet right in front of him, but it's basically just 2 lines like that. Perfect. And now that we got that down, we can kind of draw in the other one, which this other one's a little bit more complicated. So what I like to start out doing is kind of gesturing the arm a little bit more here, so it'd be about that big. And then here we're going to get a V. So you get like this really elongated V that goes all the way around his arms, like that. And then here we're going to draw kind of like a triangle type shape that goes around this line. And it's going to go over, and then you kind of make it like this shape, so it goes down, over, and then in. But instead of following this shape, we're going to start about here and draw another kind of V shape like this. And now we can gesture in the hand here, which is pretty much kind of this shape. And then we're going to get an oval, and it's going to go over for the thumb here. And then we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers like that. And we can give it a little bit more detail now. Kind of hugging this guideline, we're going to get a little curve line right here. And it's basically going to go into this cone type shape. Then you get another little curve line that wraps around like that. This line can connect into that one. And then for here, it's basically just kind of like this U shape, like that. And then you're going to get another one down here like this. And then for these 2 fingers, since it's kind of past the thumb, they kind of just go into like a little spike at the end here. And then another one that goes into a little spike like that. And then a nice big curve line for the hand. Now you can erase all the overlap. And just to give it a little bit more detail, you can draw little curve lines right here, here, and here to make it look like the fingers are bending in. Like that. And that's pretty much the hardest part about drawing them, I would say, is the gauntlet parts. Well, his boots are kind of a little strange too, but it's not too bad. But before we jump into anything else, let's finish off his coat here. And the only last detail we need to do for his coat is basically draw a line going down here and then curve it in. Same thing on this side, just extend this line out and curve it in. And you get little curve lines right here just to show like the fabric of the coat. But that's good. Now we can kind of go in and draw in his boots here. And I like drawing his boots before we draw like the pants over it. So basically for his boots, if you want to, if it'll help you out, you can draw like a straight line going down the middle of his leg like this. And then basically what you want to do is you get like an upside down V again. And then it's going to go up and over. So you get kind of like this W. And then from the W, you're going to draw a curve line going in, kind of curve out a second, and then curve back in, and wrap around to like this shoe shape. Like that. Again, there's no real way to explain it, but it kind of just curves down. You kind of get like this big elongated U shape, and then it curves in like that. And then for detail, basically you're going to draw another line kind of hugging this V that we have here. And then you're going to draw a line going in, and in a little bit, and then you get like another V right there like that. And then underneath there, you're going to get another V. but this one's going to extend out and kind of go off into this direction. Same thing, this one's going to go out but curve around like this. And then lastly, you'll get another V right there for his shoe. And then he has little things going off, which is basically just like a line going out and a line going in. Like that. So that's one shoe. And if you want to, we can draw in a little bit of his pants right here. It's basically just a curved line going out here. Make it curve it in once before connecting to the boot. And then here, we could start about here and draw the pants going into this leg. So we're going to start about here and just draw a curved line going out. Over, kind of in like this, and then connect it in again. And again, this is why it's good to do a gesture so you know exactly how long you should make it, judging by the gesture. But here what we're going to do is we're going to draw the same boot, but on the side perspective. So to draw that, we're basically going to draw a kind of line going down, and it's going to go into a curve like that. So you get like a nice little hook. And then here we're going to draw basically this kind of line going down and then in like this. And then it's going to break off into kind of like this diamond type shape. Like that. And now here we're basically going to get a basic kind of shoe shape. So it's going to go down, kind of curve in and around like this, and then go up, and then up again. So you get kind of like this stocking slash shoe shape, like that. And then on the side here, very similar to the oval right here, we're basically going to just draw that shape again. So you get a nice oval, and then a little curve line right there to give it depth. And then here, we're going to get a kind of like a line going down like this. It's going to hug the shoe shape right here, and then go over. And then here, you're just going to get a line going up like that. So that's pretty much it for the boot. Now for, just to finish it off, you just get kind of like a wavy, curvy line. Just kind of connecting into the shoe right there from his shirt. Just to finish off the pants. So it's pretty good. And now lastly, all we need to do is draw in the scarfs, kind of like, I don't even know what you call them, the long parts of the scarf. So basically it's a line going to go out like this. And there's another one that's kind of going to go out, kind of go over itself, and then be over here. Like that. So to draw that in, we're going to start about on his head, about here. And just draw a nice big curved line like this. And now we're going to start about here and just kind of hug that curve that we have. But we are going to go past it, over, and then kind of into like a spike here. Like that. And then from the spike, we're going to curve it in and curve it in like this. Kind of like on the inside of this line. Because this shows like the fabric like folding over on itself. And now you could draw two series of parallel lines. So there's one. And then there's a second one because he has two stripes at the end of them. Like that. And now we're pretty much going to do kind of the similar thing, but this line's going to curve out and then in like that. And then this line will start about here and curve up, over, and then in. So it shows like the fabric kind of folding in on itself. And it's going to go here, kind of get to that point here, go up, and then over like that. And then just to finish it off, we get those two parallel lines right here for the scarf. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much how you draw Delta Sans from whatever version of Undertale he's from. I'm actually not quite sure. So, yeah, and now I will put up the pictures. So here's the sketch we just did. Here's a more inked version. So there you have it, guys. So to the left is the inked version, where if you erase all the guidelines and ink it all out, it would look like what you have on the left there. And then on the right is the sketch we just did. So yeah, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy Delta Sans now. And thank you again, Aaron, for the request. If you guys have any requests, I will gladly take them. Basically, the way the requests work is you just take what you want me to draw, put it in the comment section below, and then I'll take your name and what you requested, put it on my how to draw list, and on Sunday when I make a drawing video, I just randomly pick one off the list. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just what I feel like drawing that day. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.